Trent Alexander-Arnold is in advanced talks to join Real Madrid on a free transfer this summer. Everything was looking amazing for Ernie Slot in the beginning of the season with a chance on winning the quadruple, but after getting knocked out of the FA Cup, the Champions League, and with also losing the Carabao Cup final, ended those dreams for Liverpool fans. But with a huge point gap in the league, they're most likely to win it by the end of the month. This is huge news, especially very controversial news for Liverpool fans and I guess Real Madrid in a sense, where first with Liverpool fans saying that he's a traitor, he's backstabbing the club, he could have left in a better way. He could have left last season and gave the club money. But for me, it's not. First of all, I think Trent to Real Madrid will end off being a good. We end off being a good end for Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's been in Liverpool for 20 years now. He's been in the first. He's been an academy player. He's been in the first. He signed his pro contract. He's been at Liverpool his whole life, and with fans being mad that I guess he's leaving this sort of way, for me, which I really don't understand. I think Trent Alexander-Arnold has done everything he can under the Liverpool badge. He's won everything he can under Liverpool, and I guess people expect him to be like Steven Gerrard and be in the club for his entire career or up until like towards the end of his career. But Trent's still young. Trent's still young. He's 26 years old. He has so much left in his career still, and he's just hit halfway. Not even halfway. Who knows? But he owes nothing to the Liverpool fans. I think the only thing he could have done is left the club and gave them money, because Trent is arguably one of the most valuable players, one of the most valuable fullbacks in the world right now, and Madrid could have, if they wanted to, pay that price for Trent Alexander-Arnold, which I think the only club he would have joined was Real Madrid. I don't think he would join any other team in Europe, any other team, Saudi, nothing. I think if he wasn't a free agent this season and if he signed a contract extension, I think he would be in Liverpool for his entire career, which I think fans thought at first, which got them really excited and, or got them really mad because I guess he's leaving in that sort, which I don't understand. And it's weird for me because I grew up with Liverpool and Real Madrid. They were both my favorite teams of all time, and it's weird. For me, as a Real Madrid fan, even though I said it was both, but for Real Madrid, I think that I would not have wanted Trent Real Madrid under Carlos Ancelotti. I don't think Carlos Ancelotti is the guy for that in a way. I think I'd prefer seeing Trent under a different managerial, different tactics type of system. I argue, like, if Carlos Ancelotti still manages, don't get me wrong, I think he still do amazing, but I think Trent can do so much more, which I have here. Let me pull this up here. I think this team right here would honestly work not under Carlos Ancelotti, but under a Xabi Alonso. I really do like Xabi Alonso. I think if he's the one that joins Real Madrid, this is sort of how Real Madrid should line up. Maybe the midfield is a little, but I'll just go in depth with, Courtois obviously is going to be in goal. As much as respect for Lunin and as much I wish Lunin has more chances after what he did last season for the club, I think he deserves it. And with rumors with Dean Huijsen being linked to Real Madrid, I love to see that. He's such an amazing center back, and I really want to see him partner with Raul Asensio. But then there's Eder Militao, who's coming back from injury, not just now, but like in a couple of months, so he'll probably be back by next season. Who are you gonna bench if you do get Dean Huijsen, however you say it? So I think if under Xabi Alonso, if he does join Real Madrid, but a small chance he probably does, if Carlos Ancelotti does go to Brazil, Xabi Alonso goes into formation. He goes to 3 in the back with wing backs. So right here, I think that's a strong defense right there with Raul Asensio, Dean Huijsen, and Militao. And then this is going to be controversial. I would have Trent and Fran Garcia in the wing backs. I think Trent would excel as a wing back because everyone knows Trent Alexander-Arnold's defense is not that very good. He's honestly he's one of the best attacking defenders, but defending wise, he's just not the man for the job. And here with Fran Garcia, which I do really rate, and he played really good against Leganes. I want him given the shot, and he is for me like a Marcelo. Don't get me wrong, like not play wise, but like just he pushes up. he's more of an attacking left back, sort of like Trent. So if you're gonna have two attacking fullbacks, you're gonna have you need three in the back, and I think this formation would just excel well. Frank Garcia can come back, Trent Alexander-Arnold, but they also have Fede Valverde who can play. I think he can play in that whole central role, and he can come back, because he can, for Valverde, if Trent didn't join Real Madrid, I would have Valverde as a wing back because he can play anywhere this season. He's done it in defense, he's done it at right back. Last season, he did it on right wing. So, Valverde is such a versatile player. I think he will be that holding player and that will, control the whole midfield. And there's Bellingham that's going to help, recently he's been playing really I like the way he's been playing recently, and I think he's setting up with two Vini and Rodrygo and then Mbappe as well. I think this team will actually flourish if Vini. I've been saying it forever now. Vinicius Jr. and Rodrygo, they just can't, they can't play together, and I want them to mesh well. I really do. But Rodrygo flourishes in the left wing when he plays there, and Mbappe also just Rodrygo and Mbappe link up is just really good. But Vini, every time I see Vini, he just doesn't really. He's just this season's just not his season right now, and people are flaming him, saying his Ballon d'Or season last year, it literally meant nothing because there's players this season that are doing just as good. But that's a whole other thing here. But this is how I would line up Real Madrid for next season, and it's hard. It's a whole controversial thing here with the entire, I guess, footballing world because for me, I've always been a fan of what Barcelona's been doing, bringing young talents and stuff. And then this season, or not this season, but Real Madrid in general, they don't do that. And there's so much talent in the Castilla that I've been looking at, I've been monitoring, I've been watching, and I've been such fans with them, and they don't give it the shot. Last season I was happy Nico Paz was given the little chances he's had. Now look, he's in Como, he's excelling, and I think I really want him in Real Madrid. But it's hard, when you have, these players, and you have a manager that just doesn't do his job and prioritize those players with them having so much. They have so much value, and they just don't give the chance. It's hard. It's really hard. It's really controversial, but I think Trent Alexander-Arnold would do really good in Real Madrid under a specific manager. Because Ancelotti, I don't think he's that man for the job. If he goes to Brazil, I'd be celebrating. I'll be happy. I'll be jumping around. I'll be very excited. But that's really my thoughts about Trent Alexander-Arnold to Real Madrid. For me, his defending is not good, but I think in that formation I pulled up with that team, I think Real Madrid will flourish, and they just need the right man for the job. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.